Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A national spike in coronavirus cases has people on edge when it comes to going back to work and sending kids back to school.
The family of a Pontiac man says mistakes made at the Oakland County Jail led to his death while in custody.
But first, we've got potentially severe weather to deal with as lines of showers arrive, bringing the possibility of storms. Thanks for being with us for the news at 6. This started out as a gorgeous day across southeast Michigan, but in some spots, the dark clouds have crept in.
Andrew Humphrey in for Ben this evening, and he's putting Storm Tracker 4 to work right now, keeping tabs on what's moving through. Andrew.
Exactly right. And so far, we're still seeing those dark clouds move through. Some of those dark clouds have yielded some showers within the past couple of hours, but they have moved on. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods, because take a look at this. On Storm Tracker 4, one of the great things about it, you can look anywhere in the United States for any type of weather, including shower and thunderstorm activity. So the stronger shower and thunderstorm activity still off to our west, back toward southern Lake Michigan now, but also over Chicago, also over Milwaukee and southern Wisconsin. This is still moving toward our area. It still remains muggy. It still remains warm. The atmosphere still remains unstable right here in Detroit and southeast Michigan. And that line of showers, that group of showers, is still about a couple of hours away. So from now until about 8 p.m., we'll see cloudy skies, maybe a light shower here and there and some lightning, but not the heavier shower and thunderstorm activity that I'm expecting by 8 p.m. and afterward. So if you have any activities that involve the outdoors, make sure you take care of those within the next couple of hours, because it gets more and more dicey. You can track all of this weather as well with the Local Forecasters app. So download it now. It's free. Search WDIV in your app store. We'll talk more about that storm timeline. We'll also talk more about your weekend forecast coming up.
All right, we'll check back with you in a little bit. Thanks, Andrew. The family of a Pontiac man who died while in custody of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office wants to know why he wasn't given medical attention that could have saved him.
Terrence Vaughn was pulled over by Oakland County Sheriff's deputies in October of 2018. Then it appears he swallowed drugs, which ended up killing him. Terrence's family says he wasn't hospitalized until it was too late. We want to warn you, some of the video in the story may be disturbing. Here's Local 4 Defender Sean Lay.
It was a traffic stop in Pontiac. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies taking a man to jail. The defenders have video from inside the jail where the man is clearly in distress. He later died at the hospital. The sheriff's office says its deputies did nothing wrong. Tonight, the man's family says he shouldn't have been taken to jail. He should have been taken to the hospital.
He didn't deserve that whatsoever, and he should still be here with his family and to see his grandkids.
Jada Vaughn tells the defenders her father Terrence Vaughn's story is a tough one to tell. At home, she says the 43-year-old was the glue that held this Pontiac family together. But she also has to deal with the fact that her dad swallowed crack cocaine when he was stopped by Oakland County Sheriff's deputies for rolling through a stop sign in Pontiac in October of 2018.
That was wrong on his part. I wasn't there, and I don't really know what was going through his mind. He was just a great father to all of us.
Video from the stop shows deputies looking in Vaughn's mouth before taking him to the Oakland County Jail. The family filing a civil rights lawsuit this week against the deputies, jail staff, and Oakland County based on what happened next. The family alleges Vaughn was booked that night without a medical evaluation just after 11 p.m. Video from inside the jail shows Vaughn in distress. He was taken to the jail clinic. Around 4 a.m., the suit says Vaughn had a seizure. An ambulance then was called. At 4:41 a.m., Terrence Vaughn was pronounced dead at McLaren Hospital.
They should have definitely did what they could to take him to the hospital to make sure that he was okay at least.
Attorney for the family, Gary Felty, tells the defenders that the video in this case is key, that during the traffic stop, he says deep in the background, deputies can apparently be heard acknowledging that Vaughn swallowed drugs.
Can you hear them say that?
It's very difficult in the audio, but yes, you can.
You can hear them say that?
Yes.
Felty and the family say at that point deputies had a duty to call an ambulance to get Vaughn to the hospital.
And a decision is made rather than transporting Mr. Vaughn to the hospital to just simply take him to the jail.
Why would they do that?
That's a good question.
Oakland County Sheriff's officials say the loss of life here is tragic, but deputies did nothing wrong, saying Vaughn denied swallowing the cocaine, and once in the jail, deputies handed Vaughn over to the medical staff contracted by the county to care for detainees there. The county says it was the medical staff's call whether or not to get Terrence Vaughn to the hospital.
It spoke volumes that, there wasn't a lot of care there for him in his life, and for the fact that he has a family.
And the cause of death was what?
Drug intoxication.
The sheriff's office telling the defenders tonight that they say Vaughn denied several times to their deputies that he had swallowed anything, and they say they're ready to fight this lawsuit in court. Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
The number of coronavirus cases in our state continues trending up.
There are 389 new cases, putting the total just below 62,700. Michigan is reporting one additional death today, bringing that total to 5,888. 63 cases have now been traced back to Harper's Bar in East Lansing from between June 12th and June 20th.
Meantime, Governor Whitmer signed an executive order today extending the temporary ban on evictions until July 15th. It also created a program to help residents get rental assistance or establish payment plans to remain in their homes.
Nationally, we're hearing from the coronavirus task force for the first time in 2 months as cases rise in several states.
Vice President Mike Pence says Americans need to keep their guard up.
We believe we've made progress, but as we are reminded as we see cases rising across the South, that we still have work to do. And so we say to every American, particularly those in counties and in states that are being impacted by rising cases, that now's the time for everybody to continue to do their part.
16 states across the South and West Coast are seeing a rise in cases, some setting daily records and scaling back their reopenings.
Coronavirus concerns have hit a Fiat Chrysler plant here in Detroit, disrupting the line at Jefferson North just a week after the company ramped up to full production. Grant Herms joins us now. And Grant, have employees gone back to work yet?
No, the plant is not running right now after those workers decided not to come into work today after they were concerned they may have been exposed to the coronavirus. Now, while Fiat Chrysler says there are no confirmed cases inside, tensions are still high.
Workers on edge. Auto plant employees at Fiat Chrysler's Jefferson North plant in Detroit refusing to work over fears about the spread of the coronavirus. On Thursday, the automaker said an employee was sent home sick and production, which only came fully back online a week ago, was halted. So the plant and the employee station could be cleaned. But overnight, videos and images like this one were posted online, allegedly showing line workers refusing to work. The video posted to Twitter calling on the governor and local media for help. Today, workers holding an impromptu meeting just before second shift.
Increasing numbers around the country, increasing numbers in the state, therefore people are afraid and they want everything done possible to make it safe as possible to work. So they feel like it was safe as possible. Everything was being done, so they decided not to proceed with the production.
Late today, FCA saying in a statement there is no confirmed case of COVID-19 within the plant, adding the company has implemented a comprehensive multi-layer program of enhanced safety measures to keep the risk to workers low. Despite that, anxieties about the spread of the virus are on the rise, as an uptick in cases is on the minds of many.
We did get more late word today from an FCA spokesperson who said that employee who was sent home sick on Thursday tested negative for the virus. There are officially no confirmed cases inside this plant here. Now, despite that, they are in talks with workers right now to make sure that workers feel comfortable coming back to work. There is a Saturday shift, so it remains to be seen if workers will be heading back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Grant, what kind of impact do you know will this have, considering Fiat Chrysler? They really have only been at full capacity for what, a week now?
Yeah, it's only a week, and that is the multi-million-dollar question here. Unfortunately, there is no answer in sight because that depends on when workers feel comfortable going back to work. But FCA is trying to recoup some of their losses that they suffered during the shutdown. In the first quarter, they posted a nearly $2 billion loss, so they really are feeling the impact of the virus out here.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, Grant Herms reporting for us tonight. We appreciate it.
Well, families of school-aged children are wrestling with some difficult decisions about this coming fall. At 5 o'clock, Priya Mann revealed part of a U of M survey on how parents feel about sending their children back into those buildings. Priya is back now with a closer look at how divided parents are over this. And Priya, I understand you spoke with one mom who's already decided to keep her daughter home.
Yeah, that's right. She says, like many parents, the last few months have been rough, but she's decided to homeschool her daughter in the fall. Now, it helps that she was a teacher for 15 years, and she says that she understands the challenges facing both school administrators as well as parents.
Listen, moms and dads are tapped out.
Ebony Crichton is now a children's author and runs her own mommy teacher blog. She decided to homeschool her second grader in September.
So I just kind of put my teacher hat on. But even me, we're packing it in 2 hours in the morning, and it's a wrap.
When it comes to what the school year could look like, a new study from U of M found most parents support requiring masks for staff, middle and high school students, but were less likely to support requiring masks for younger kids.
This mask right here, I bought for my daughter. She can barely keep it on. Is it realistic to expect a little person to have a mask on?
The study also found 75% of parents supported daily temperature screens of students and require they be tested if a classmate gets COVID-19.
I don't think there's no perfect plan here. I think we're just problem solving.
Superintendents across Metro Detroit have been doing similar surveys.
Nothing about the data surprises me. I think for DPSCD, we need more stringent, more rigorous safety protections because of the disproportionate negative impact that COVID has had on our community.
From smaller class sizes to PPE to balancing virtual and in-person instruction, one concern on the minds of many administrators is how to pay for these changes.
We need answers from the state in regards to what the budget's going to be, because if we want to get the economy back going, we have to have school operational.
And Governor Whitmer is expected to hold a press conference next Tuesday where she'll outline school safety rules. Administrators say that will help give them a framework as to how they plan coming up in September. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Oh, so much to consider in this one. All right, thank you, Priya. Well, one thing we know about viruses is that they often change.
Ahead, Dr. McGeorge examines theories that COVID-19 is mutating and whether that's cause for concern.